and institutionally will be shaped by how intentionally we invest in the capacity, leadership, productivity of our young people. Lagos is not just Nigeria's commercial capital. It is a global city in making, with a youth population to grow rapidly. The opportunities and challenges before us require structured systems, bold partnerships, and long-term investment in youth leadership and innovation. The Lagos Youth Development Institute created ecosystem where leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, and civic responsibility intersect. This is the vision guiding LYDI strategic outlook for 2026 to 2027. LYDI strategic vision for 2026 to 2027. Over the next 2 years, the Institute will deepen its impact by focusing on 6 strategic pillars that will shape the future of youth development in Lagos. These pillars are designed to strengthen leadership pipeline, expand economic opportunities, build innovation capacity, and position Lagos youth for global competitiveness. Number 1, leadership development at scale. Leadership remains the foundation upon which sustainable society appeals. LYDI will significantly expand its leadership development architecture to reach more young leaders across the 5 divisions in Lagos: Ikeja, Lagos Island, Ikorodu, Badagry, and Ekpe. Plan number 2, plan strategic intervention. LYDI will expand Lagos Youth Development Transformational Leadership to multiple cohorts annually. Creation of divisional leadership academics where young leaders from different communities can receive intensive leadership training. Establish fellowship, including governance and public policy, social innovation and development, technology and digital, young leaders with policymakers, business leaders, and development partners. Through this initiative, LYDI aims to build a pipeline of competent, ethical, and visionary leaders capable of shaping the future of Lagos and Nigeria. Number 2, youth entrepreneurship and enterprise development. Economic empowerment is central to youth transformation. Let me take it again. Economic empowerment is central to youth transformation. LYDI will establish a strong ecosystem and enables young entrepreneurs to build, launch, and scale sustainable ventures. Strategic programs from LYDI. LYDI Innovation and Enterprise Incubation Hub. Startup acceleration programs for youth-led businesses. Youth grants programs. Entrepreneurship bootcamps across Lagos. Impact venture support for social enterprises. Business mentorship network connecting entrepreneurs with experienced business leaders. This initiative will support young entrepreneurs from idea development to venture growth, enabling them to create jobs and contribute to economic development. Number 3, economy and future skills development. The world is progressing in technological transformation, and Lagos must position its youth to be leaders within the digital economy. LYDI will invest heavily in future skills development and digital innovation training. These are our strategic focus. Software development and technology skills. Artificial intelligence and data science training, digital product design and creative technology, digital entrepreneurship and e-commerce, innovation challenges for youth technology solutions, Partnership with technology companies, innovation hub, and global digital learning platforms. Through this initiative, young people will be equipped with the skills needed to compete in the global knowledge economy. Number 4, employment and career pathway development. To bridge the gap between education, training, and employment, LYDI will build strong employment pathways for program participants and young professionals. These are our planned initiatives. Creation of youth opportunity network. Strategic partnership with companies to create internship and apprenticeship programs. Career readiness training covering professional development, workplace skills, and leadership competence. Establishment of industry talent pipelines connecting trained youth to organizations seeking skilled professionals. Annual Youth Career and Opportunity Expo. This will ensure that youth development programs are led to real economic mobility and professional growth. Number 5, civic leadership and governance engagement. For a society to thrive, young people must actively involved in shaping governance and policy. Let me take it again. For a society to thrive, young people must be actively involved in shaping governance and policy. LYDI will strengthen programs that encourage youth participation in civic leadership, policy engagement, and democratic processes, which we have started already. Key activities: youth civic education program, policy dialogue between young leaders and government institutions, youth participation in community development initiatives, governance leadership workshops, youth policy research and advocacy platform. This initiative will empower young people to become responsible citizens and constructive contributors to national development. Number 6, institutional ecosystem building. Youth development cannot be achieved by a single institution. It requires a collaborative ecosystem of organizations working together. Youth development cannot be achieved by a single institution. It requires a collaborative ecosystem of organizations working together. LYDI will therefore serve as a convening platform for youth-focused organizations, development institutions, and innovative ecosystems. These are our key goals. LYDI will strengthen collaboration among youth organizations, build networks between academia, government, and industry. LYDI will promote research and policy dialogue on youth development. LYDI will facilitate knowledge exchange across the youth ecosystem. We need to pay attention to this. Strategic partnership and collaboration opportunities. To achieve these goals, LYDI is opening multiple pathways for organizations and stakeholders to collaborate with the Institute. Our partnership framework is designed to ensure mutual value, sustainability, and long-term impact. Strategic partnership pathways. Number 1, program sponsorship partnership. The organization may sponsor major LYDI initiatives, including transformational fellowship cohorts, youth leadership boot camps, innovation and entrepreneurship programs, youth development summit, youth career and opportunity fairs. This allows organizations to directly support leadership and innovation development for young people. Number 2, strategic institutional partnership. Government institutions, universities, and development organizations can partner with LYDI to co-design youth development programs, support policy research initiatives, build leadership and innovation labs, strengthen youth governance engagement. Number 3, corporate partnership. Private sector organizations can collaborate through corporate mentorship programs, internship and employment opportunities, industry knowledge sharing and training, talent pipeline development for their organization. Number 4, innovation and technology partnership. Technology companies and innovation hubs can collaborate by supporting through digital skills programs, technology labs, startup accelerators, hackathons and innovation challenges. Number 5, funding and development partnerships. Foundations, international organizations, and development agencies may support LYDI through grant funding for youth development programs, technical support and institutional capacity development, impact investments for youth enterprises, joint development initiatives. Number 6, infrastructure and resource partnerships. Organizations may also support by providing training facilities, technology equipment, innovation spaces, research and development resources. I want to hand over this to my colleague to continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Etsu. I'll be proceeding with strategic benefits of partnering with LYDI. This is what you gain when you partner with LYDI. Organizations that partner with LYDI, they gain the opportunity to support the development of future leaders and innovators. Organizations that partner with LYDI can contribute meaningfully to youth empowerment and economic development. They strengthen their social impact and corporate responsibility initiatives. They are able to build relationships with emerging talent and future workforce. They contribute sustainable development goals related to youth empowerment, innovation, and economic growth. Here is our collective responsibility. The transformation of young people into leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and responsible citizens require deliberate investment and collaboration. No single organization can achieve this transformation alone, but together, through strategic partnerships, shared vision, and collective commitment, we can build a youth ecosystem that empowers young people to lead, innovate, and contribute meaningfully to society. The Lagos Youth Development Institute therefore extends an open invitation to all stakeholders present today. I'll take that again. The Lagos State Youth Development Institute, LYDI, therefore extends an open invitation to all stakeholders present today. Let us partner, let us collaborate, let us invest in the future of Lagos youth. Because when we empower young people, when we strengthen young people, when we empower them, we strengthen our communities, we grow our economy, and we secure the future of our society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, the director. We call them the powerhouse because they are the secretariat. Earlier, Director Faith, can you introduce yourself to me? So please, once you pick it up and
Sincere apologies. My name is Faith Guru. I am the Deputy Director of the Lagos State Youth Development Institute. I'm serving in the capacity of leadership development and capacity building in the institute. Thank you.
And so we also have another director. Thank you for
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm one of the Deputy Director for Print Media Branding and Marketing. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for taking us through that presentation on partnership, collaborations, opportunities. You know, we've been here for more than an hour, and I'm very sure that a lot is going on in our mind. Just to relieve ourselves a bit. You know, it's a serious business, at the same time we need a break. So can we give a round of applause to every one of us that are here today? Please just keep yourself down, because for you to be here today, it means that you have so much love to when it comes to the youth in Lagos State and beyond. And that says a lot about every one of us that are here today. We want to appreciate everybody here today, from the media community to our fellows, to the youth stakeholders, and to our LYDI partners. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the time for us to have conversation, you know, to dialogue, to share. What do you think about the state of youth in Lagos State? Let me take that with you. What do you think about the youth development in Lagos State? So, we'd love to share the mic around. Let's hear from you. What are the things we can do and how can we go about it? So, my DG is going first.
Thank you very much, Coach Fauzi, Director of Media. So, right about now, before now, we've had like 4 to 5 presentations. It was intentional to go through all these sections to ensure that we're able to pass across to the public what LYDI is doing and the essence of its creation, what we tend to achieve for the future. That's why we're also taking our time to explain the impact that LYDI have had in the last 1 year. By April, LYDI will be clocking or celebrating our 1-year anniversary. To show that within 1 year we have achieved all we have mentioned. Beyond that, one of the beautiful things that was not mentioned is our level of digital footprint. I want to do a simulation. Like a demo. Please, can you just put on your phone, type on your Google to check for the top youth institutes in Nigeria. Please, let somebody just demonstrate that. I want any response from our partners, media, the top youth institute in Nigeria. Or top youth institute in Nigeria. Can we check that? Anybody with any response? Do we have LYDI as part of the options? Any response there? Hello, Lagos Junction, do you check that please? And the video coverage get that? You also confirm that? At what level, what number? Second? From you? Third? Okay. From you to Ifeoluwa, what number? Third. So I think this is a remarkable achievement for us. Is that why we had that round of applause? Kudos to our media team for pulling through all of that. So we are saying this not for publicity, but to let the public be aware of the efforts we are doing from our end to ensure that we contribute to the development of young people. And which is why, one of the reasons why we have put this panel together, to have a conversation around this youth development. Let's hear from you as a youth stakeholder. What's your organization doing or contributing to youth development, and how does it align with what LYDI is also doing? You know, as a partner, LYDI partner, you have been working together for the past few months. What are your observations? What are the impacts that you have seen so far from this collaboration? So all these are the conversations we want to have now, and we love that we all participate, we all get involved. We have some of our fellows here that participated in our first transformative leadership fellowship program. We also hear from some of them as to how the program has impacted their life. So this is the essence of this session. I want every one of us to participate daily, so that all that we have presented so far will not just be for presenting sake. Yes, we believe we have paid rapt attention to listen carefully to our presentation, and we'll be eager to hear from you all. Thank you very much. All right, so I will have, in no particular order. All right, I want to have one of our stakeholder, a mentor, a leader, that will be taking the chance stride in this conversation. That's Mr. Ismail Odulan. Thank you very much.
Directors of the Institute, I must commend you for the effort that you have put in this. Let me seize this opportunity to inform us that I was privileged to be part of the Constitutional Drafting Committee that gave leverage to the establishment of this institute at the national level. And I am very proud to say that Lagos has always been the first in most of the things that we do. As of today that we are discussing here, the national has not been able to establish its own institute. And Lagos is the first state to take that step. I'm so proud as a negotiator. Now, there are certain issues that I would love to discuss, but I will not want to put all of them in the public space. For quite some time, okay, let me maybe just share my experience. I've had about 31 years of youth experience, youth work experience, starting from primary school, secondary school, and so on and so forth. And I think basically one of the major problems we have is that we always give a particular sector of young people. I used to have a lot of trouble while I was chairman in Lagos. I used to have a lot of issues with the then Commissioner for Women Affairs. You see, a lot of people don't understand the whole spectrum that young people occupy. We have young women. So the woman used to feel like all that is concerned about us is the issue of youth. And so I had a running battle with her for 4 years that she was in my office. Now look, the Ministry of Youth has a coordinating role. Every ministry assistant to government has a role to play with young people. Young people's health, young people's education, young people's social development. Every aspect of life has to do with young people. Like you said in your statistics, we are about 60%. You are about 60% of the population. So definitely there's no way that the ministry will exonerate itself from the responsibility of young people's development. And we have different kinds of development that affect young people. Excuse me. I don't know how we want to do it, that we will not interlock the National Youth Council of Nigeria's functions and roles in youth development. I think the Institute too has to reach out to every ministry in Lagos for them to understand the essence of this institute. Because whether you like it or not, I'm telling you, I was part of the last experience, and I'll tell you for free that there's no way you will be part of that institutional development project, that you will not be different from every other person. I tell my children now, if I know or if I knew what I know now 30 years ago, I would have retired 10 years ago. But unfortunately, while we were growing up, there were the number of opportunities to train us was very few. I was one of the very few people that attended several trainings by UNFPA, by UNDP, and so on and so forth. I think I had 36 or 37 of that program. And that's what set me different from most of my colleagues. I don't discuss sentiment, because experience has shown that sentiment will not take you to the destination you want to be part of the job. But it is not because I was extraordinarily brilliant, but because I was lucky to have some of those experiences, share experiences with people who have had global experience. And that is exactly what we are bringing now in Lagos. You are sharing your experiences as directors, you are bringing people to share their experiences with young people. I tell politicians when it's youth development, go and see what they are doing. They don't even understand what youth development is all about. That's why you come and you start giving people tricycle as empowerment project. It's an insult on the sentiment, on the intelligence of young people. And are giving them grinding machines at this time. Now, it is not wrong for you entirely to choose your trade. But does this person even understand why he wants to be an entrepreneur? Does he even understand how to be an entrepreneur? We have had several discussions with Smeda. Smeda trains people and they expect them to become fantastic, super entrepreneurs. It doesn't work that way. When you give somebody money to do business, you must monitor that money. These are things that I'm looking at. And I think LYDI should be able to fill in most of those gaps. Now, the other part that bothers me a lot in our policies, we are just beginning to realize that out of school young people. If we want to be sincere with ourselves, I'm sure LYDI too didn't take care of them. So I'm challenging you, I want you to go and develop a curriculum for them. We speak too much grammar in Nigeria. That's one of our major problems. Go and look at the emerging giants of the global giants. The countries that they teach with their language, and that's why they are coming up. Most of us, whether they teach you English in your family house or you grew up to learn English, the truth of the matter is that your L1, that's your first language in life, plays a significant role in your education. What is to explain in English language takes you just about 1 minute to explain to a young person in his or her language. So I think we have to place the uneducated people. I want to use the global language, the marginalized youth, most especially in terms of education. We have to put them in perspective when we are developing the next set of movements. So that we don't leave them behind. They are the artisans. I have had very terrible experiences with artisans. They understand their job, they know how to do their job, but they don't know how to run the company. It's a major issue for them. They don't know how to occupy the digital space. Some few months ago, I employed a plumber that I met online. As a matter of fact, I took a risk because he didn't even explain what he does. And I told him to come to the house to come and see some plumbing work. We did that plumbing work 6 times before he knew what I was discussing with him. Not because he does not understand plumbing, but because he cannot relate with modern trends. And if you look at the people who did not attend university, people who did not attend colleges of education and so on and so forth, and you leave them behind, you will find out that there is a very wide gap that you are living. And the chances that will swallow the country if you don't take care of it. But thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much for that insightful contributions. Really appreciate you. All right, next, okay. Any representative from the fellow? Take charge. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. As introduced, my name is Mustafa Nkeola. I'm one of the founder and fellow of the Lagos Development Institute. It's important to say that nowadays, the youth of today are victims of violence, political violence, crime, and the like. But what you need to know is that potentials are neutral unless directed well. If you give a cutlass to a farmer, it results into the nice crops, food population, and the like. Give that same cutlass to somebody who has the intent to create trouble, the result is not rewarding. This means that youth of today needs social direction, is become mentorship to do well. And what you need to understand is that if any society is investing on this development, they are not doing that to help youth, investing on their own future. Because the youth are the future, not because they are just the future, because you have energy to push and try something try better. So I believe that membership, youth development is one thing that we all need to work, put our energy into. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's very wonderful from our fellow. We really appreciate you. Okay, we want to have some of our partners to make contributions to this subject matter. Please kindly pass the mic to the Civic Eye representative. Civic Eye representative. All right. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you for putting this together. It has really shed light on the state of youth development here in Lagos. and one way or another, it really reinforces what we really believe in. That there is so much that we young people can do when it comes to civic education, civic conversations, leadership, and so on. So I am more or less just looking and collaborate in our upcoming projects, like our civic tech conference, our student youth fellowship. So really good to be here.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. I, before now, had a level of partnership. The last cohort, Civic Hive was one of our major partners that facilitated one of our modules, and it was really a great time out for our fellows then. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Please, kindly pass the mic to the country representative of Project 234 to give our own contribution. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Victoria. The topic of youth development is something here, but I would really like us to take up on. Yeah, starting from what he said, I don't know if
Let me use the mic very well.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright. So starting from what he said, he talked about out of school youth. And that is it. They are becoming like an huge problem that if we are not exactly looking at them, but somehow the gap is there. Yeah, if you are talking of art skills, artisans, how many artisans can you say that, oh, this guy is so, this guy will do that? When I say this guy, I'm not, I mean both gender now, just trying to. So if we intentionally, I think, like he said, there needs to be a curriculum for them to involve them, to engage them in programs. Because whether we like it or not, Nigeria is progressive. The country is progressive. Tech is everywhere and all of that. But we still need these people. Because you are not a graduate does not make you less of a human being. It doesn't. So I totally believe that we should now, as I'm saying we, I also like it was just a light bulb moment for us, for me, and obviously for 2, 3, 4 projects to say, oh, okay, out of school guys, out of school students, out of school people, youth, how can we get there? So the solution that came to my mind, not a solution specifically, but something that came to my mind is, where do we get there? Where are they? So do we have like this an open call now, like where are they? So I'm actually interested in taking this up in my own organization. But where do I get them? I can get students in school because they have classwork, because they have. But where do I get guys on the streets? Will I partner with local governments, whatever? And that one also comes with its cost. Right now, I've submitted 2 letters to 2 local governments. I have not gotten feedback till now. They keep posting me. So these are the issues. I can give you example on examples of, okay, as private individuals, as private organizations, you want to partner with organizations, government-owned or government-led organizations. You have to sweat it out. It is difficult, and it will make the work difficult and burdensome. So I think these are the issues we need to talk about. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please join us together for her. Really appreciate that contribution. All right, so from any of our media partner, we want to hear from any media partner here. Yes, please can I get the mic? Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Standing on the protocol of ground, I must say that I'm highly impressed, even though sometimes I tell myself I'm beyond the level of the youths. I remember back then in university, when I became a member of JCI, I was youthful. Today, I thank God for the grace I'm going to my 50s. And one of the greatest things I've achieved personally was the love for youth. The ability for me to embrace them. Fine. Sometimes youth are very, very difficult. And I think this is one of the reasons why governments are not actually taking this very serious. But it's not just about that. Now I have to tell you this. Um, to look at your team and to look at your programs, you have done very well. I'll take my stance in respect to youth development in the 21st century. Just like the first speaker said, if he knew what he knew some years back, probably he would be a better person. I'll say the same thing to myself, but I must say to all youths, you don't need to wait for government. That's a mistake we are making. I started my organization with a sum of 50,000 that was given to me by my mom, and today I have other organizations. If you wait for the government, you're not going anywhere. Currently, we established a platform called the Executive Platform. One of the major reasons why we created that in 2023 was because young people were always complaining they don't have the network, they don't have the connection. And a lot of them will still stay in their various homes. You have the opportunity of the social media, you have the opportunity of Google. However, what do you do with all this resource? It is high time to stop all the complaints. A fantastic institution has been established, and I must say, I was surprised when you said your institute is like 1 year. Yes, sir. Quite interesting, and you have achieved all this. So, what is going to happen if you tend to celebrate your 10th year anniversary? And I must say, it is time for youth to take the bull by the horn. It is time for you to put your own future in your hands. You don't need to wait for government. For stakeholders, yes, it is good, but I think you are wasting your time. Instead, partner with private sectors. They are always waiting for you. The media space is always waiting for you to pass out information. You need to work on structures, you need to work on programs. However, the principles and the fundamentals that guide Lagos Youth Development Institute is key to your success story. At this point in time, thank you so much for giving us the privilege to be here. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think all that you have said is noted, and we will strategize and we ensure that we are speaking to the right audience to ensure that we take all this we are doing to a greater level. Please, first, I want to also apologize about the our failure. This is Nigeria. I'm sorry. So, but it's under process to be fixed shortly. So I would like to transfer the mic to another youth stakeholder, the youth leadership of Lagos State Youth Parliament, that's Speaker of Lagos State Youth Parliament. And that's not that person that Right Honorable Itunu Maria Shonirego. Before she made her speech, I would like to invite to this platform, this part of the hall, that's the representative of the pioneer of LYDI, that's the state chairman of the Youth Council, Lagos State Chapter, Engineer Ibrahim. Is ably represented by the public relation officer, that's not a person, but Comrade Victor Adobajale. Please, you can do better, please. Build the nation. Thank you very much. You're most welcome.
Build the
Speaker, you have the floor.
Build the youth.
Build the nation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. I mean, to discuss matters that affect young people in Lagos State, and to give my own remarks about the state of the young people in Lagos. I first of all want to appreciate the Lagos State government under the distinguished leadership of His Excellency Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, because Lagos for I I must say that we are in progress, it's a process, right? But Lagos is really doing remarkably well. Let's talk about the likes of the Lagos State Youth Parliament. I'm still going to talk about what the Lagos State Youth Parliament has been doing so far. And Ibile Youth Academy, of course, Lagos Youth Development Institute is also part of the initiative of the Lagos State government because it's a part of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, the Lagos chapter. So the Lagos State Youth Parliament is a prototype of the Lagos State House of Assembly, which means that we are modeled after the Lagos State House of Assembly. So just like we have 40 members at the Lagos State House of Assembly, we also have 40 members at the Lagos State Youth Parliament. And what we do basically is to legislate on the matters that affect young people in Lagos State. So in doing this, we work towards the actualization of 5 strategic thrusts, which I call the PHPPP. We have a productive workforce and sustainable economic engagement of youth, health and health promoting lifestyle, participation, inclusiveness, and equitable opportunity for all youth, promoting and protective environment for youth development, and of course, partnership building and effective collaboration. In furtherance of this partnership building and effective collaboration, the Lagos State Youth Parliament has maintained a giant stride. And what I mean by this is that we were recorded as the first legislative youth body in Nigeria to engage in international partnership with UNICEF Nigeria. So we can see that Lagos State young people are above, right? So we were able to get an ambassadorial deal for 75 young people with UNICEF in Lagos State. Aside from this, we have also been able to engage with some diplomatic missions like that of the Consulate of France, Italy, Switzerland, amongst many others. All these engagements are geared towards engaging the young people, providing opportunities for them, and bringing to their development in Lagos. So I feel that the state of youth development in Lagos is in process, right? We are progressing and we can only get better. And with the support of private partners that I've seen here, I'm very sure that the sky is just our limit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. You can see that Lagos Youth Parliament is also doing a whole lot to contribute and shaping the youth development in Lagos State. I want to hand over the mic to one of our partners as well, that's the Office of the Governor Sustainable Development Goal, SDG, to also let us hear from them as to what they have been doing in terms of youth development, what message they have for us, and how they see youth development. Please, kindly let me pass the mic to the representative. Please, the mic. Thank you, man. Sorry about the power supply. We are so sorry about that.
We're all Nigerians and Lagosians.
Thank you.
We're used to it. God help us.
Amen.
Good to be here too.
Yeah.
And I want to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to Lagos State Youth Development Center or Youth Development Institute for this opportunity, and it has been an eye opener for us. However, SDGs as one of your partners, we see you youth as a very important and integral part of governance and sustainability. And that is why we have always seen you as the main, you are the main driver of change. Because if the youth decide that this is the channel that we want to go, there is change. And change with the youth will definitely stay. Where SDG comes there is through volunteer call. However, the 17 goals of the SDG drives across almost the entire NBA in Lagos State. And you all will say that youth, especially your institute, have been a very you have been a very important institute for a lot of MBAs. Ministry of Youth, we know, I know that they see your institute as partners that they carry along. They've done several trainings for you. They engage you in various programs. So also is wealth creation. So also is WAPA. So also is agri, health, and others. And SDGs we also participate with you, where we call you for various community programs, outreach, cleanups, uh, advocacy programs as well. So I don't see why youth will not be in the hands of affair in the next decades to come. Because ọmọdé ni náà ló máa dàgbà ọ̀la.
Yes, sir.
So if with all your experiences, the knowledge that you have gained, you don't use it when you find yourself in the hands of affairs, to be a shame. So this is an opportunity for us to call everybody to action. That whatever it is that you have gained now, make use of it when you find yourself in the hands of affairs tomorrow. Because you have always been an integral part of it. Mr. Governor's Team Plus agenda was youth inclusiveness. So we don't see youth as an unimportant entity. Lagos sees youth as valuable investment for the future. And for you coming as our volunteers in SDG to make the dream of Lagos State come true is not what we can underestimate. So I'm happy that you have gone far with everything that I've heard today in your palace, all that you have gained. Wow. At the time we were growing up, there was no opportunity of such. So if at this level you find yourself in such very, very inclusive aspect of government policies and ideas, then I see a better future for Lagos and Nigeria. So that's just all I have.
Well, thank you very much. I think she deserves a round of applause. That's from the SDG office of Mr. Governor, and she's speaking for the governor. Yes, I think mentor wants to make contribution.
Please, am I the right people? But I had an experience that I would love to share with you. I grew up in my civil society's business with some very fantastic people. And very recently, one of them was appointed a commissioner in a field that the two of us have sat down to discuss several times, where we have shared ideas and where we have done so many things together. And I was just expecting him to just go there and have a dance party. Because he is very grounded in that field. Now, 7 months down the line, nothing is happening. And I called him, I said, I'm working there, I'm not saying any. You see, like I tell people, when I discuss politics with my friends, I tell them, give me essay to the governor, no portfolio. I will get the governor shaking in the streets in 6 months. Because what it takes is just know what you want to achieve out of it. And you see, part of the problem we have in Nigeria, that's the problem the guy has now that I have seen. Our education is not radical in content. DG, I want you to listen to this very well. Our education is not radical in content. Radical this time around is not making noise. I'm not realizing anything. It is about knowing what you want, putting your best foot forward, and damning any consequences. If you give me an appointment and you don't want me to work, it's better for me to resign from that appointment. But unfortunately, most of these guys who they are getting appointment don't have a second address. If you are a successful lawyer and you are the attorney general of the state and the governor is stifling you, go back to your practice if it's a successful practice. If you are a medical doctor, you are commissioner for health, you know the standard practice that should be obtainable, and you are not getting it done, go back to your hospital. That's my mentality about it. And I see it in our education, that we have been taught to be subservient. We have been taught to be subservient. I have a friend that has been studying for masters for about 7 years or thereabout now. My wife is completing her masters in the United States in the next few months. And she left just 2024 or thereabout. I should be a doctor this year. Now, this my friend has been trying to be a doctor for 8 years. And the doctors, professors in his department are stifling him. And the guy is still sitting there. The last time I spoke to him, I said, you are an idiot. Yes, because when people are choking you, they are not giving you the requisite space. Create a hole. Create reasons for discussion. That's radicalizing your education. I have had opportunities, even in the youth work. There was a time we had a disagreement. I took the Lagos State government to court. If you won't listen to me by discussion, by lobbying, then let's go and test the veracity of your position in court. By the time we went to the House of Assembly, we met stakeholders. They just told the people that were backing it, go and call that boy and discuss with him. Because if you know where you are going, people will respect you. And that's part of the education that I think we need to start having. If we cannot have it in primary and secondary school, we cannot have it in our universities. Let's have it at institutes like this. Let that be the differences that we will have. Let's radicalize education. Let people who know where they are going lead us. Not just anybody. Not somebody who will be scared and will keep quiet. We have bottled up for too long, and that's what to back from. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, thank you very much.
Can you respond to what you have said?
Okay, ma.
I want to respond to. I don't want it televised.
Please, off record.
Off record. Now, when I started, I said something that actually the drivers for change. And amongst you, there are also